Hey everybody, Scout Crafter here again. It happens every once in a while. Happened to me 4 times, 3 times with Joe's shop, and now with 357 Magdad, where you do a project, you have it ready to be broadcast, and all of a sudden it pops up on somebody else's video. They did the same exact project. So that's what happened today, and with the second half of this. But we got 2 projects. I hope you enjoy them, and let's see what they are. You remember a couple months ago, a little over 3 months ago, I did this Koeth, K-O-E-T-H, and what this was a multi-plier tool. It was pretty interesting, and if you haven't seen the video, I'll have a link below. But you know, when I got this, I got it a little cheaper than it normally runs, but it was missing the pliers. And I happened to be on eBay the other day, and I came across this, and it was $5, and it was listed as under leatherworking or something. And what it was, and you'll notice it as soon as I empty these out of here, I came with this pouch, and it didn't even say it was coming with the pouch, but I don't know if that's original to Koeth, because they had different but what it was just the jaws with no handle. But I recognized them right away because we just did that restoration, and it had the pliers that I was missing. And it was $5, and I think it was like $7 shipping, but it was well worth it because now these will be extras, but this is the ones I need. So I'm going to clean these up and see what the pliers look like on that Koeth. Okay, here we are at a post-wire brush evaluation, and you can see here these are in nice shape. You know, the regular cutters. Over here we have the pruners are in good shape. Even the leather punch, you know, with that little anvil on the bottom's in excellent shape. But what's the one set of jaws that I needed from this set? Oh, look. Can you imagine? I bought this set just for these jaws. Well, I mean, you know, it's the only way I could get this, and look at them. Look at that. Oh, what a mess, right? Look at these. I don't even know if they're savable. I mean, this is really, look at these, huh? It's what you call... Hey, okay, let's see what we can do and see if we can at least save them. Now, you know my favorite part. This was really a mess, so let's see what it looks like now. Okay, here we have the jaws all cleaned up, and as you can see, these are the plier jaws, how they came out. Let me show you them. Now, you remember what these looked like before, right? They look as close to new as you can get. You know, I mean, they came out really nice, didn't they, compared to... and it just goes to show you, when you think something's too far gone, sometimes, you know, if it's got good steel, you can go underneath. Let me show you what it looks like on the pliers. Okay, this is what it looks like on the pliers. You could see here how they look. Again, I'm not a huge fan of the Koeth system, you know, with the interchangeable heads, but at least now I have the most popular head here, which is the regular plier head, and that was the one that was missing from my original set, and it was really destroyed. But I guess now it looks pretty good. So, okay, let's get on to our next subject. Okay, we're going to be doing some utility knives in the future. I have you know, quite a bit of a collection. I'll introduce you to that, but not to get into the history or anything, but these are some 3 old ones I got floating around down here, and you could see here the real old ones here. This is a $12.99 Defiance. They're made in USA, you know, and obviously a lot of tools back then were. But we're going to see what we can do with this. Just take one and see if we can clean it up. So let's get to it. Here we have our post-wire brush evaluation, and you can see here that this is just what the casting would have looked like years ago. Protected nicely by the paint, but it was a sand cast. You could tell it was kind of rough. The only grinding they did was back here. You could see where they did a quick grind on that because that's some flashing, probably what was attached to the tree. And over here, you can see we did the inside. Everything looks really nice. Now we have to, what we're going to do is all this rough casting here around anything that's above. You can see the lines here. We're going to take down, make that shiny, smooth, polished, and paint in here. And let's get to it. Looks good. Okay, we're in the middle of our grind here, and you're always wondering why every time our hands are so dirty when you you do this, because, you know, as you're grinding, you're constantly feeling and touching and making sure you're not missing anything. But look how nice that looks, huh? This is what it should look like, you know. This is what the mold looked like, you know, without the sand and everything. Look at how beautiful that is. And that's without anything, you know. Look at this. Just the dimpling in there looks so nice. I got to tell you, I don't know what I want to do with this because I'm just so happy with. And look, you know, I left that satin on here so it won't get fingerprints. You see, it's just beautiful. I'll just finish up. You know, took a lot of this over here to get the back smooth, but I'll smooth that out with a lesser belt. But isn't that a nice knife, just the way it is? I got to see what I want to do with it. Okay, let's go. Now you know my favorite part. Remember what this looked like before we started. Okay, we are calling this project done. I am calling this knife When Less Is More. And for the simple reason that, you know something? I just fell in love with the color, the way it is, the bare casting on this one. And I have other ones. Look at, I got all the back out, nice and polished back there. Seams are beautiful. Like I said, I have other ones, and what I'll do with the other ones is I'll add some color to it. But for this one, I just, look at that. Made in the USA, and this, it's, you know, stippling it's called. That's what, it's a process that they use to punch holes and things like that, and to make engravings, and the black part of engravings. And this looks almost like stippling, you know, back there. And I just shellacked it. I shellacked in here, not the polished area, but in here I shellacked, and I just liked it so much. I said, you know, I'll add color to the next one. But this one we're going to say When Less Is More. Of course, the blade, this is the original blade that was in there, believe it or not, from the 50s, and gave that a little bit of embellishment. But anyway, hope you enjoy this one. I really do, and it's just, it's so beautiful to hold now. Isn't this a nice knife? And before it looked like just a red piece of, you know. Anyway, thanks very much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this one. Take care. Bye-bye.